So there's a credit card deal that is out there right now that is about to go away. And it's not because it's a limited time offer, it's because the company is basically going away. And that will be the Hawaiian Airlines credit card through Barclays. Hawaiian Airlines is going to merge with Alaska, but now might be the time to get some Hawaiian miles because those are going to transfer to Alaska miles. So let's look at what that might be able to get you. My name's Chris, and I like to travel, and I really like to travel cheap. So, if that's something that you like, you might want to sign up and subscribe for the channel, and also give this video a like before we go any further. Now, let's look at what this credit card entails and how you might be able to use it with Alaskan Airlines to go to some pretty cool places. So here we are on the Hawaiian Airlines main page for the credit card. It is a World Elite Mastercard. And this World Elite Mastercard will give you Hawaiian Airlines miles. And there are 60,000 bonus miles if you spend $2,000 on purchases during the first 90 days. And it does say that since they've joined Alaska Airlines, you can now go to 140 different destinations. It's not just to go to Hawaii or Alaska. There are all sorts of places that you can go. There's also an option if you want to get a business card, and there are some perks that go along with that that might be a little bit better. But this one is an easier bonus to get. There's more points and a lower spend. It's not great for everyday spend past the $2,000. It does give you 2 free checked bags on Hawaiian Airlines flights if you're going to Hawaii. You do get 3 times the points. So it's 1 point per dollar on general purchases, but 3 points per dollar on Hawaiian Airlines purchases. If you're not going to be flying on Hawaiian, you can still benefit from 2 times the points, or 2 points per dollar on gas, dining, and eligible grocery store purchases. And then everything, like I said, other than that is 1 times the points. You do get a 50% off companion discount for round trip coach travel between Hawaii and North America on Hawaiian Airlines. If you're living close to somewhere that has Hawaiian flights, that might work out. It's not all flights to Hawaii, just flights to Hawaii on Hawaiian Airlines. I did want to point out that there is an annual fee on this. That annual fee, I believe, is $99, which we can see right here. So anyway, you're going to pay the $99 regardless. Then you're going to pay at least $2,000 in the first 90 days, and you'll get 60,000 Hawaiian Airlines miles. So what can that get you? We'll show you here in just a sec. I did want to point out that if you are looking to get Alaska Airlines miles, I would get this card, the Hawaiian Airlines World Elite Mastercard, first, because it will be closing to new applicants in relatively short order. So you want to get that bonus first. You can then transfer those Hawaiian miles over to Alaska miles. I did this when US Air was merging with American Airlines, and I was able to get a 50,000 point bonus for both myself and my wife. We transferred those over to our American accounts, or they automatically went over to our American accounts. And then we were able to basically get a free trip, or at least really, really cheap flights over to Paris because of that. So, what is the actual type of trip that you're going to be able to get if you get 120,000 Alaska miles, which will be 60,000 for the Hawaiian Airlines World Elite Mastercard, and then also the Bank of America 60,000 point bonus on Alaska? What can you get? Here, we're going to check that out now. Basically, I put in a dummy booking for one award ticket. And as I scroll down, you'll see that there will be varying numbers of tickets that are available for people, seats that are available on these flights. But I put in random dates, and then you can see here, if we look at this, on Saturday, June 21st, 42,500 miles will get you one way from Chicago to Haneda Airport in Japan, in Tokyo. For Tuesday, June 24th, I usually put in Tuesdays and Wednesdays because those are generally the days of the week that you're going to get better mileage redemption rates. But if we look at this, it's not going to be a bad flight. It's a one-way flight for 12 hours and 50 minutes. So it's nonstop, and it's 37,500 points along with $19. So after I clicked on that, it brings us to the return flight, and it's also available for 37,500 miles plus. So there's a few dollars. We have to scroll down a bit to get to that. And right here, we have a low fare alert from American Airlines returning. So it was Japan Airlines on the way out. It's American on the way back. It's not one way nonstop. It's going to have a stop in LAX, and it looks like it's a pretty lengthy one because it's going to take you 30 hours and 39 minutes. But still, 37,500 miles and $64 with apparently an overnight in LAX. So that shows you that with 75,000 miles, which is less than 120,000, you could get by getting both the Hawaiian Airlines miles and the Alaska Airlines miles, and then combining the points because of the merger. There you go. You can get a ticket round trip to Japan with just those two signups. I will tell you that I looked at Cape Town, South Africa, and also Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. Those two airports were 120,000 miles to 200,000 miles for one way. So Alaska Airlines miles probably aren't going to work all that well during the summer. I did look at London Heathrow, though. A lot of people like to go to Europe, and London is really popular, and that gives you all sorts of availability for frequent flyer miles to get over to London for 27,500 miles, and it's probably going to be like $11 or $19 or something like that. So we have this low fare alert. It's 7 hours, 35 minutes. A lot of these are going to say plus 1 day because most of the flights over to Europe are overnight flights, so you land pretty early the next morning. Here we have one for 8:30 p.m. that arrives at 10:30, which I would rather arrive at 10:30 probably than 7:20. You're more likely to get your hotel room in that case. So let's click on that. It's 27,500 miles plus $19. And on the return flight, same dates, June 24th and July 7th. And you'll see widespread availability throughout this period of time. There's a couple of days that are higher, but most days have flights available for 27,500. And this is also from Chicago O'Hare Airport. If we look at this premium flight, so that would be a little more legroom for 35,000 miles one way. I do want to point out, right? You use these miles, but it costs a little bit more to come back from London because there are fuel surcharges and things like that. The airport taxes are also very expensive in London Heathrow. It is one of the most expensive in the world. So you're going to pay more, but for basically $250 roughly, you're going to use 55,000 miles and then fly to London Heathrow Airport from Chicago, and you can spend some time in London with just one of these sign-up bonuses from Hawaiian or Alaska Airlines. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of whether or not the Hawaiian Airlines credit card will work for you. You would need good credit to qualify for it. If you are in credit card debt, I would not recommend applying for it at all or any credit card. But if you're good with your money and you can afford the $99 annual fee, it could be worth it to actually go on a trip to somewhere like Japan or Europe. You're probably not going to get to Africa, but you could get to Asia or Europe, probably the Caribbean as well, pretty cheaply. That will go away in short order. So I would recommend, if you're trying to employ this strategy, get the Hawaiian World Elite Mastercard first and then move to the Alaska Airlines credit card later, because the combined company is going to be Alaska Airlines rather than Hawaiian. And hopefully that gives you an idea of what you might be able to do with the bonus. So hopefully you found this somewhat educational and informational. If so, and you've enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.